Hello everyone, welcome back to Bianco Zoo. This is our new zoo, and it's our modern zoo. Just did the first episode yesterday, and I'm looking forward to getting straight on and doing a bit more. It's gone really well so far. Actually, I've quite enjoyed creating this sort of big entrance building here. I had a bit of trouble with my fancy raised pathway here, but it worked out okay in the end. I've got a few ideas of what I want to do around there, but I want to do some more work on the building today. So I'm going to be going back to my half-hour episodes, and I think half an hour is a pretty good time for an episode. The first one was a bit longer just because I was having fun getting this building established. So let's do a bit more detailing on here, shall we? I was looking at this glass bit, which obviously I'm going to fill up with some foliage, and it occurred to me that it's, as a structure, it might be a little bit weak. So what I was thinking is possibly just replacing these, maybe this back corner here, with a different material, probably brick, I would say. I'm just going to test it and see what it looks like, because I do want it to look like a structure that could actually work. Okay, what's going on there? Let's sort this height thing out. Okay, what do we think? Yeah, I think that's good. It just makes the structure look like it's got a bit more stability. Yeah, that's cool. I like that. Yeah, much better. Great. Okay, so what do I want to do? On the front of these roof pieces here, I need to put some beams of some sort on here. Let's have a look. What have we got? I want some square beams, something. I might need to go into beams rather than the wood, although wooden beams should be in here as well. Actually, these are painted. I want square. I'd like square, but thinner than that, I would say. That is a bit too thick, because I want to do like a pattern of it. Ooh, hang on, what's this one? That's square, isn't it? Okay, let's try this one. See if I can get this to look good. So what I'm thinking is, because I want to cover up the edge, because the edge doesn't look particularly good. So let's try this. So my thinking is that I can do sort of one layer of this edge, and then I can go back and copy it to where I want it, if that makes sense, which it probably doesn't. I'll tell you what I might do, because this could get quite complicated. I'm going to split this off as a group. Right. And let's hope, yes, good. The angles work like that. That's really helpful. Okay, that looks good. So let's cover this side up here as well. Oh no, hang on, look, the angles are off. Ah, that's really annoying. I'm sure that should snap to the right angle, but it's not going to, is it? Okay, let's try. Let's try it this way. I'm sure that should work where it snaps at exactly the right angle. Okay, how does that look? Are we lined up? Hang on, let's It's actually got a weird little sort of dip in it there, hasn't it? A bit strange. I just want to rise it up a tiny bit. There we go. Right, now I think this is on the right angle. Okay, and then a little bit up to about there, I think. Great. You'll see what I'm aiming for once this is done, hopefully. Okay, let's get that up to about there and line that up. Just because the front of the, or the edges of these things don't look very nice, so it definitely, I feel like it definitely needs something like that. Okay, so then what I'm thinking is highlight the whole thing. This is why I disconnected it from the building, because it's much easier to do this. So to hide the rest of it, I want to bring that down like that to create sort of a double effect. And then I'm wondering if I go in the middle and then either take it in or take it out. Yeah, I think take it in like that to create a sort of a 3D effect. I think that looks really nice actually. Yeah, I like that. I like that a lot. This is the sort of detail that I don't usually do on my buildings. It's, you know, you kind of rush buildings quite often, and it's not a good idea. It really makes all the difference if you go to this sort of detail. Right, so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to copy all of that to the other side as well. Unfortunately, it's not going to. Oh, hang on. That's, what is that doing that? I might just have to lift that a tiny bit. Okay, that's good. I think. Let's just. Not sure how far in or out I need that to be, but I don't think it really matters. What matters then is that I get these pieces. Ah, oh, that didn't work, did it? Let's try that again. Let's just grab these. And sink them back. Roughly in line with what I did on the other side. Let's just check how deep in they are, about there. Okay, that looks good to me. And obviously I just need to get rid of those ones there. Yeah, that looks so much nicer, doesn't it? This is the sort of detail I'll be going into in this zoo. So hopefully you like this kind of thing. If you don't, I can only apologise. Maybe this zoo isn't for you, but I don't want to rush things. I want to really spend some good time on this stuff, because I really enjoy doing the buildings. As you know, I enjoy the habitats as well, obviously, because that's what the game is all about. But the buildings is something that I don't feel like I've spent enough time getting the buildings good. And you see other people create absolutely amazing looking buildings. And I want a piece of it, basically. I want to test my skills and see what I can do. Test my creativity. That's the main thing, isn't it? Okay, I'm just going to have to do that, and then let's bring that round and across. Again, that's, oh no, hang on, that you can see in there, so that one is only going to have to go to about there. Nice. Now I've just got these little bits poking out, so I think I just need to do that, don't I? Just sink them in a bit. Okay, that's good. And then the same here. Nice. Yeah, that is looking really good. Let's just check the back. Oh yes, I haven't done this back side, have I? Let's get that done. Alright, let's just use these ones. Oh, look at that. You spin it round and it actually lines itself up. That's quite handy, isn't it? Let's see where I need to bring that to hide those girders. It's going to have to come right into the building, isn't it? I think. That's fine because it makes it part of the structure, so I don't mind that. And let's take it. Let's take it right over to there. I might just have to slide that one back a tiny bit, but that's fine. Right, and then let's bring this across, hopefully to meet up with that one there, like so. How does that look? Just a tiny little bit disjointed there. Can't do much about that. It's just the wood isn't perfectly square, unfortunately. Just a bit annoying, but there we go. Now, do I just need to, yeah, let's just slide that one down to there. Got this annoying line here actually, so do you know what, I don't think I need to do the whole thing underneath, but I might just bring that across and cover this up. Let's have a look. Oops, let's see if I can do this with one piece. There we go. Yeah, that looks nice. Yep, very happy with that. That looks really good. Now the big question is, do I want to do the same up here? I think I do. In fact, I think what I want to do is get rid of these weird little lip pieces that I put on. They don't look right, do they? So let's come back to this. So if I, let's have a look, highlight all of this, and bring it back to about here, and take it up. Okay, so it's too long, but that's fine. Let's zoom in a bit, make sure I get this lined up properly. So it needs to come down. Yeah, that's going to look really good. I'm liking that a lot. Right, let's get rid of that. Now I think hopefully if I can highlight just those pieces, it shouldn't be too hard to just fill in the rest. Gotta make sure these girders are covered. Yeah, I may just have to extend a few bits here and there. Right, let's just see if I can probably get away actually with moving all of that along just a tiny bit to connect with that. Let's just slide that one in, and then hopefully I can highlight all of that, turn it round, and it should fill in the rest. Roughly like that. Let's just see if I need to play around with this a bit. I probably do. Okay, I think that's, yeah, hang on, that yeah, we're pretty much there. Let's do that. And then I just need to extend. There we go. Just mold these bits together. That is looking good. So this corner here again just needs those moving along to there, and this one moving back. So it's quite slow going, this sort of thing, but this is this kind of detailing that I really enjoy. It really makes the difference to a building. Excellent. Now let's just see if I can highlight all these sloped bits, because these should fit perfectly onto here. I hope. Let's look. Is that going to line up well? Well, I think we're pretty much there straight away. There's a little gap here which I need to fill in, but that's fine. And look at that, actually fits perfectly to there as well. The girders are covered. I'm really happy with that. All I need to do then is highlight that lot and bring it over to here. It's not quite lining up, is it? Hang on, let's sort that out. Obviously the middle one is wrong. That will need to be set back in again. Okay, that's all good. Oh, hang on. What's happened there? Oh, have I missed? Okay, I must have not highlighted the other ones properly. That's fine. Let's just move that into where it needs to be. And then I can just duplicate that down here. If I can actually see where the ends are, which I can't. Ah, there we go. There we go. Right, so that I'd say just needs to be brought back like that. It's a shame that overlaps. I'd like that to have disappeared into the building, but I still don't know what I'm doing with this building, so I might well be able to hide that at some point anyway. Tell you what I might just do. I might just move them back. And use these pieces like that. Actually, I think this whole thing does need to go slightly up. Just very slightly. Okay, and then I think that actually needs to go, yeah, that needs to go back to there. I'm being a bit of a perfectionist here. I mean, I didn't use the best bit of wood. Look how wonky this is. The actual pieces of wood are very wonky, but, you know, that's still a challenge. I like the look of the wood, that's the main thing. Right, and then there was just this end here, wasn't there? So again, I might just move them back in. Something like that. And then just use this piece like that, and then the same on this one. And fill that in. Excellent, look at that. Much better. Right, let's take a look. What do we think? Yep, I am very much in favour of that. That looks cool. Right, so now we need some nice supports as well, some nice downwards supports. So let's go back to our main building, I think, and think about what would it look like? Let's have a look at the girders, shall we? Because again, I want it to look nice and strong. I can paint these, but I might not want to actually. Let's just see. I don't think that's, yeah, it's not the blackest black, is it? Yeah, see, I really do like the black. So I kind of like that it just looks functional, you know, it looks realistic. I guess it would be attached to these girders, so something like that. Yeah, it makes sense, doesn't it? It would need to be a load-bearing structure, so it would have to be quite strong. I don't think I would need another one here necessarily, would I? Because it goes into the building, but you know what, I might put it on anyway for symmetry. Symmetry is not always a good thing, but I think in this case, I think that does look better like that. Oh, they don't actually reach the ground. That's annoying. Okay, I'm just going to have to extend them into the ground. Actually, no, do you know what? I'll do something different at the bottom. Let's give them like a stone base that they're cemented into the ground. Let's do that. So we've got some lovely bits like this. Obviously, that's too big. So is that? Ooh, I wonder if there's something like this that I can use and hide. Yeah, that looks good. Let's do this. This is quite funky. If you hide all of that, can I use just this? This can be coloured. I wonder if I could colour that black as well. How does that look? Or grey? No, let's go with black. What do we think? See, this is the sort of creativity that I'm going for with this build. Using items that I've not used before, certainly, whoops, not in the same way anyway. Things, when you play this game for so long, you can end up repeating yourself a lot, you know, which isn't a good thing. You don't want to just build in the same way using the same items all the time. You want to try and come up with some new things. See, I like this sort of thing. That's cool. I like that very much. Do you know what I should have done though? Again, I should really have separated this. I'm gonna do a whole load of this sort of separating of items, because it does make it easier to edit just pieces at a time. See, so now I can use that. I can highlight the whole thing quite easily and copy it over to this side and have it like a proper strong supporting structure. Where does it need to go? Let's see. Where did this one go? Sort of right up to the edge. So just a little bit more. A little bit more. Tiny bit more. Tiny bit less. So awkward when you're trying to look up and down at the same time. Tiny bit less. There we go. Okay, what do we think to that? Yes, I like that a lot. Now, what I don't want to do, I don't want to cover this glass here, but I think what I probably need to do, I probably need to duplicate these. Let's have a look. Let's line this bit up first. Hang on, let's go with this corner first. So that needs to go into about there, I would say. Okay, I'm not worried about the heights because I'm going to be bringing the whole thing down in a second. Okay, let's do that. Let's bring it down to where I want it. Is that about the right height? Yeah. Right, let's just bring that up to where it needs to be, and then I can maneuver these other ones into the right position as well. So let's move this one. I think just needs to go across to about there, possibly just a tiny bit more actually. Right, then actually what I might just do here, let's do it like that, and then let's copy this. Like so. Let's just make sure that all looks good up there, yeah. Cool, and then all I need to do is, oops, copy this slot. So into that corner like that. Let's see, a little bit more. Excellent. Nice. Yeah, that looks nice. Don't know what I'm doing down underneath here yet. Again, might be some foliage. I don't want to do any supports on this. I feel like this whole thing is supported by itself because it's coming from roof to roof like that, whereas this one, because it's coming over the front, I feel like this one would need more support. Cool, like that. I like that a lot. Right, let's have a look. What needs to be done next? God, we're running out of time already. Blimey, I have not got a lot done this episode, have I? That's half an hour of me fiddling around with roof detailing, but that's fine. I don't mind that. Do you know? I'm not sure about the black. This is another reason why you want to kind of highlight these things like this, because it makes it easy to do this, which is to change the color. Oh no, except it's not, because you need to you need to highlight all the girders at once and not the other bits, which is actually really hard. Oh, hang on. Ah, it's so annoying. Okay, there we go. That's the girders. Let me just see if this will look better in white. Do you know what? I think that does. But do I want to keep the bottoms black? Make them stand out? Do you know what? I might do that. I I might leave the girders white and the bases black, because you've got a white floor as well. But white is the theme of this whole thing. It's a white. I mean, Bianco is Italian for white, so it's kind of the color scheme that I'm going for, which I think makes a lot of sense if I go with that. And then you've got the black that kind of separates the white from the black. Sorry, the white from the white. Yeah, okay, that's cool. I feel like I want to do a bit more in this episode just because I haven't got much done. How about we look at the foliage in here? Let's do a bit of terrain painting. So let's get some heavy soil in the bottom there, and then see what trees we might want to put in here. Right, let's get rid of angle snapping and aligning to surface. We don't want any of that. So what sort of trees do we want in here? Obviously we don't want anything that's going to stick out like that. That's just craziness. We want, yeah, clearly not that. That looks crazy. I guess I want something exotic looking. That's pretty cool. Yeah, see, height like that makes sense. And I don't mind that you can't see the trunk. If I have to lower it into the ground, I'm okay with that. Yeah, I like that as a sort of a central thing. Let's put that in, and then we can work around it a bit. A little bit of colour, maybe. Actually, let's see if we can lift that one up. Got to be careful, obviously. I don't want it poking out, which it massively is. Yeah, that's going to be too big, that one. Okay, let's see if we can get some colour with one of these, maybe. That's probably, yeah, a little bit big, aren't they, these things? See, what do we think? What do we think? Or I'll tell you what, maybe I just want that one central tree and then go for some palms around it. Might look nice. Let's have a look. Yeah, I quite like the idea of a few palms around the bottom. Something like that. I don't mind if it just comes through this doorway a tiny bit. As long as it's not actually... yeah, see, that's fine. Just poking out there. It's not going through the glass at all, is it? Let's just turn it like that. Okay, that's good. What other palms do we have? How about one of these? Looks pretty cool. Yep, that's good. Okay, bit of height up there. I do like the idea of a bit of colour. Whether I can fit in something like this. It's the problem with these is it's going to sort of block the palm a bit too much, I think. No, let's keep going with palms, because there are a few nice ones. See, that is a very cool looking palm. If it can go in, which I suspect, oh, maybe. Let's just see. Take that back in a bit like that. Can I that down a little bit maybe. Just want to make sure that it's not looking like it's poking through any solid surfaces. Oh look, actually look, I've messed that one up just a little bit there. Let's just take that one back a bit. Yeah, okay. Oh, did those trees not become part of the building? Are they? Have I just done them separately? I have. Okay, that's fine. What else do we have here? I like these. These are very good small palms. See, these will kind of fill in, and I can bring them right down like that as well, and just have them kind of fill in some of these little gaps around the bottom. See, I could even, so with this one, I can turn it, I can bring it down, I can bring it across. Let's see about one of these at the back here. That looks so cool. I'm a big fan of those. I could probably get another one in here, but let's just see if there's a different sort as well. Ah, yes, of course, you've got these ones. These things are fantastic. Definitely get some of these. And these are small enough. See, these little ones here, I can really get these low down and fill in a few of these little gaps on the floor here. Okay, I've got lots of room at the back over here for something. Let's just make sure it looks all right. Let's just turn that a little bit like that. Good, that's not poking through. Let's get back to these little ones, because these are great because they basically hug the ground, you see, so you can just get them right in these tiny little gaps like this. Now I'm also going to do some lighting. It's something that I don't always do in my zoos, but I kind of like the idea of having some good lighting in this zoo. It's a bit of a challenge trying to get the lighting right, and that's what I want to do. I want to challenge myself this time, because that will look much better once it's got lighting in it. I guess lighting needs to come from above with this sort of thing. Cool, okay. I like that. I don't mind that it's not right up to the top all the way through. I'm okay with that. Question is, do I want this in the middle, or do I just want to have a massive palm of some sort? I think it makes more sense, doesn't it, to have a big palm in the middle like that, and have the whole thing as palms. Look at that, perfect fit. Fantastic. Yeah, that is much better. That makes more sense, doesn't it? Cool. And then I'm just wondering if I want to do some rocks around the floor. Not necessarily the whole thing, just some. Like so. I think that looks nice. Yeah, I'm liking that. I'm liking that a lot. I'm wondering actually, with the glass at the bottom here, whether I want to put a layer of brick around the base. Again, just so the glass isn't going right to the floor. I'm just I'm just thinking about what it looks like, whether it looks sort of strong enough as a structure. I mean, it may just be that it actually looks better having a layer of this down at the bottom here. Okay, I think the issue that I've got here, yeah, is that the glass is kind of showing through the bricks. I think it does look better with the layer of the bricks at the bottom. My concern is that this layer here needs to be, hang on, yeah, it needs to be lifted one like that. Now, how does it look where it overlaps? Do you know, I don't mind that. Let's just check, because I don't know if we've got a smaller piece of the same glass design that I can use. There is that piece. Oh no, hang on, that's off grid. That's not right. It's that piece. Let's have a look. Yeah, because it's not ideal, is it, having that overlap? So if that comes to there, yes, it's going to overlap again, and then that will go to there. Yeah, it's not going to work, is it? Tricky, tricky, tricky. It's always hard when you're trying to overlap things like that, and I've built it to the height now, and I don't want to faff around with the whole height of it, because I think the height looks good. I've got all the angles. I've got the angles kind of sorted now, so I don't really want to have to raise anything anywhere. But at the same time, I don't really want this bit here, you see, where it's overlapping. Or do I? I don't know. I don't know. What do you think? Yeah, it does stand out a little bit, doesn't it? Tell you what I might have to do. I may have to actually lift the entire building up a tiny, tiny bit, which is going to be a pain. Let's just see. Yeah, so this roofing stuff isn't attached, but that's okay. But what I suppose I can do, I can highlight, let's have a look, all of this, and this, and this, and this. So those are the bits that I need to lift up. Okay, let's try this. So instead of being there, I need it. Oh, I've not got. Oh, so annoying, that height grid. Okay, let's have a look. So it needs to be like that. Let me just check this glass. It's left me with a little strip here. I can find that something to fill that in, and I've got the same here, but again I can sort that out. Good. Okay, let's go with that. I may have to extend this over here as well, and then I guess what I need to do is just highlight, I think, yeah, all of that, and let's lift that up into place again like that. Okay, that wasn't as painful as I thought it might be, actually. And that leaves that bit looking good. I've got a little bit of brick wall here that needs to be filled in, but that's fine. So this height grid keeps resetting. It's very annoying, that. So I guess if I just bring that to there, and then let's just sink it down into the ground. That's that sorted. This door one here is going to be a pain because I don't think that width is the appropriate width. No, it's not. Although I can actually I can do it like that, and it just comes down, overlaps that bit. So actually, no, that looks good. I like that. Great. That was not as painful as I thought it might be. I just got to move this plant. I just noticed that just needs to go in there. Okay, there we go. Great. Wow, that was a big change, but actually that's worked out really nice. I think that looks good. Cool. Right, I am going to leave it there because the episode has gone on a little bit. Hopefully you like what I've done to my entrance building. I have no idea what this building is yet, by the way. Not everything in this zoo is going to have a purpose. It's just some of it is just going to be there, just for the sake of it being there, really. And as always with these buildings, it won't come together until you finish the detailing and then do the outside bits as well, like the flowers or trees or whatever that you plant around it. That's what brings the whole thing together. So yeah, for now you just got to sort of enjoy the process, I guess. Great, let's leave it there. So thank you very much for joining me again. I do hope you're going to enjoy this new zoo series. If you've liked the episode, you can hit the like button for me. That'd be fantastic. If you've got ideas, thoughts, suggestions, criticisms, anything at all, please do leave me a comment. And if you haven't subscribed to my channel already, then please do that as well. Also, just realized I have reached 500 subscribers today, which is huge. It's really exciting, and I can't thank you all enough. All 500 of you. I really do appreciate your support. Hopefully, I'll get back to you soon with another episode of a Bianco Zoo. Until then, take care of yourselves, and I will see you soon. Goodbye for now.